Sure, yeah, so I started playing online a few weeks beforehand and really honing in on what the best strategies were and how to work around other players. What brought me success, especially in the finals specifically, was on the first turn of the game I reserved a tier 3 card, which is pretty standard, but I reserved the most aggressive one I could and really established to everyone, I said, I'm going to do this. And from then on out, I really focused. I even reserved a couple tier 1 cards to lock in that strategy. Something else that was pretty critical in that game and others is throttling your other opponents. If you know what they're doing, like if someone takes something that's like a 6 red, 6 blue, and you know they're going for that, you can try and throttle them out by taking just enough that they're stuck at the 4 or 5 count, and then force them to take inoptimal plays. So that they can never complete and get ahead, and then their reserve pile's too full. So kind of a combination of asserting what you're going to do and then trying to throttle the player to the left of you specifically, since you don't have as much control to the player to the right of you. And then of course dodging the player to the right of you, throttling you, is really kind of, I think, what brought me the victory there in the end. And of course, let's be honest, getting lucky. A good flip into what you're already doing is a huge bonus in that game. So. Funny story. I've always liked the nobles, but I was told in my 3rd round after I got to the finals, one of my opponents, he was like, yeah, no, nobles isn't like a legitimate strategy in super high tier play. I was like, I always like going for a very specific noble, so I still targeted a noble in the final round. I targeted a 4/4, since realistically it's very hard to get past 8 or 9 cards at that level. So I targeted the 4/4 noble. I was 1 turn off of completing it when I won. So I don't think targeting them is necessary, but I don't think it's a bad idea if you can not only have a good board strategy, but also simultaneously have a noble that you are trying to complete. It's not going to hurt you, right? I think not paying attention to your opponents is a huge problem that some people do. They'll pay attention only to the opponent to the left or like that's across, but you need to know what everyone's doing so that you know what needs to be reserved. Also, reserving to stop someone else is a really bad play because you will stop someone else from winning, but in a 4-player game, you'll also make sure you do not win. You cannot hurt yourself. You have to hope that another player essentially makes that misplay to stop the leader. But I think really understanding your opponent's plans and what they're going for, and then using that to your advantage. Like if you know that they're going to go for a tier 2 card, wait, and you know it's in 2 turns, wait to see what flips and be prepared to reserve, making sure you have less than like 9 chips or less so you can pull that later.